Hi there, it's Ken from Get English Tips. Welcome along to Get English Tips number 12. Really hope that you're enjoying this Get English Tips series and you're finding something that's going to help you to improve your learning in English, your confidence in English, and your all-round English skills. You know, when you're learning, not everything, there's not a one size fits all. So even if you pick up just one tip from this series that helps you go on and improve, I will be so happy. So let me know if you do that. Get English Tips number 12 is all about fear. How to conquer your fear. You know, I have one of my favorite expressions, one of my favorite sayings is the best things are on the other side of fear. The best things are on the other side of fear. And what that means is if you conquer your fear, if you battle your fear, if you beat and win against your fear, the best things are on the other side of it. It gives you so much freedom once you have no fear. And that's where this phrase comes from. The best things are on the other side of your fear. So what fear do you have learning English? In my experience of learning a language and also the many thousands of students that I have taught, the number one fear is speaking and making the first move in a conversation. Being the first person to speak in English is a big fear for everyone, right? Even yourself? If so, this tip can really help you conquer that fear. Let's have a look. So how do we conquer the fear in conversations? What can we say that is really going to help us to not be scared when we speak English? Well, we have some really small expressions that you can use to keep the conversation flowing. And what does that mean? Well, you know, when you're speaking English, sometimes you don't know what to say next, and so the conversation stops. Right? I have it when I'm speaking another language. My brain is quite slow sometimes and I don't know what to say. Maybe that's the same for you in English. So there are a couple of things that you have ready and it'll give you thinking time to keep the conversation going. Phrases such as, really? What happened next? Go on. These things encourage the speaker to continue speaking, and it makes them think or makes them know that your English skills are pretty good because you're listening to them and you're wanting to know more. So this will keep the conversation flowing, the conversation going. It'll give you confidence with your English skills, and importantly, it'll give you thinking time. Thinking time's really important. I know a lot of students, when they are speaking, they worry about having to speak. But if you have, you know, a few seconds of thinking time to get yourself together, what's being said here? So I can say this. Words like really, go on, what happened next, gives you time to think about the conversation and to put in more effort and to put in more of your conversation into it. So don't wait for others to speak. Fire in there and keep the conversation flowing. You know, so many students fail because they have fear of failing. And it's quite ironic that they fail because they have a fear of failing. So they don't do anything. And this is very normal. So keep in mind simple conversation starters like, where have you been? Is a good one, you know. Tell me more about that place there. Have a list of things that you can. Oh, it's almost like a notepad. Have a list of things that you can refer to in your mind that you can ask someone. Where have you been? What was it like there? What were you doing? Have you lived here long? Where have you visited? These things, I guess, get the conversation started, and it also gives you thinking time for what to say next. Get the other person talking and it'll give you thinking time. And it's a great trick that I use with my students, you know, to throw in little questions like that, because one, it encourages my students to speak, and two, I get to know them, so then I can continue the conversation if you know, the conversation stalls. I used to do it when I was learning Spanish and Portuguese also. I would have these little phrases and little expressions that I would use to get the conversation started and to keep the conversation flowing. I knew that I would have to put into practice what I had learned in Portuguese and in Spanish, so I began to be more prepared by having these conversation starters. It was almost like, if you can imagine, I knew where I wanted the conversation to go. So I would have these little questions that I would ask. And it gave me confidence in Portuguese and in Spanish that I knew where the conversation was going. So I could put into practice what I had learned. So take some time for yourself, write down in your own language little conversation starters. What do you ask people to start a conversation? And then transfer it over into English. You'll really be amazed at how quickly your confidence will start to grow if you're well prepared and you kind of steer the conversation into the way that you want to do it. It's great practice for you. So what conversation questions or what conversation starters do you know that you could help other people? Let me know below, and it'd be great to help other people. If you haven't already done so, remember to create your free account with GetEnglishTips.com. There's lots of resources in there, community, there's you'll get English tips directly to you, there's quizzes, etc. Lots for you to keep you occupied when you are learning English. So we'll look forward to Get English Tips number 13, which will be up very, very soon. And my name's Ken, and hopefully, God willing, we will see you in the next Get English Tips. Bye for now.